I doubt it, but according to most Islamic trusted resources, he demonstrated that by taking, for example, Safiya, which was the wife of the Jewish leader of Khaybar. And he slept with her the same day he killed her husband. This is according to the one of the most trusted Islamic resources. Okay, so to Muhammad that was a booty. The Muslims say he honored her by taking her as a wife. So they will always justify the sexual violence. But throughout the Islamic history, what they did in Europe, what they did to Persia, what they did in India, they are invaders. And by the way, there is no difference between Palestine and Islam, or the Palestinian state and Islamic state, because they depend, both concepts depend on the destruction of all other civilizations. Palestine depends on the destruction of Israel as a condition for existence. And the Islamic State depends on the destruction of other civilizations in order to create the Islamic civilization. They cannot create of their own. They can invade and they take all the intellectual property, women, enslave humanity, and behead men. This is what they did, according to their own history. So, we cannot ignore this reality. Now, rape was not only committed by Hamas. Rape was committed mostly by Gaza civilians. By the civilians. Those are the ones, by the way, back in the day when Israel, during the Oslo period, Israel allowed the Palestinian Authority to bring Gazans into the West Bank. And within weeks of the arrival of the Gaza people to Ramallah, it's my hometown where I was born, in the West Bank, near Jerusalem, the stories of rape were all over the place. And this is when the people of Ramallah said, we don't want Gazans coming to our city at all, because it's a Christian town, by the way. So it's a rape culture, especially rape against minors, male. Then the punishment to the rapist and the rape victim are the same. Kill them both to bury the shame. This is why you will find a father who kills his own daughter, or a brother who would kill his sister because of shame. Or she's a rape victim. It's better for them to just kill the woman to hide the shame. We're talking about it, and we wonder, where is the sexual violence coming? Then they want women to be one thing. They want them all to dress in black and burqas, repress them, kill their potential. Then when the society is black and white, that does not have diversity in it, all the creative force, all the divine intelligence is absent from that society, they complain. And when they look at their neighboring country and they see the diversity, even though it could be wild when you go to Tel Aviv, but at least people have the freedom. And that's the way of evolution, that's the way of the universal design, it's the way of God. And everybody is responsible for the choices that they make. You cannot just repress half of the society, then target minors and abuse children sexually, and also by indoctrinating. Then expect that there is not going to be sexual violence coming out of that society. Does not even qualify as a society. Then come and say Palestine, Palestine, as an escape. Well, how can Palestine actually solve your problem? Your very foundation is rotten. And the world is really believing them. If we give them power, this type of people cannot be trusted with their own children. They are willing to sacrifice their children religiously. How can I trust them with territory? How can I trust them with a government? How can I trust them with any power? These people are not trustworthy. They haven't proved, at least to me, that they love their children more than they hate their enemy.
I want to just lastly ask you if there's any sign of optimism in the world. If there's anything that you can see after everything we've been going through that will turn out for the better, that maybe at the end of this, something will happen that will magically change things.
Look, what happened, the genocide committed on October 7, even though the Jewish people don't like to admit it, was a genocide. Because the very definition of genocide was manifested on October 7 and cannot be compared to the collateral damage that is happening in Gaza as a result of the use of human shields. Even though Hamas statistics are untrustworthy. The situation is dire, it's not an easy one. And people are living in virtual reality. It's for the first time they are face to face with death. The consequences of genocide. Instead of admitting that what happened on October 7th was a genocide and humanity stood united in the face of this situation, instead of saying free the hostages, they have been saying worldwide, in the millions, free Palestine. They choose a political ideology, a destructive ideology, over the interest of humanity. Even though they are just 130 hostages, but this is humanity. And so many failed to discern where do they stand, right from wrong, in this state of confusion. So I am optimistic, but first, justice must be delivered. 100% with no compromise, that's number one. And no matter how it takes. And if they want to take it beyond Gaza, then we're going to go beyond Gaza. If they want to go to Lebanon, we're going to Lebanon. If they want to go to Iran, we're going to Iran. If they want to go even to Europe, we're going to Europe. Even here in the United States, nobody is above the universal justice. This is not up to the US President or the US Congress. So first, justice delivered. Then after that, we can talk about the day after. But as of now, I don't know the bill. Maybe the bill is going to be much higher than what we are thinking. We could have finished the war months ago if it wasn't for all these hypocrites. Because they are complicit in the crime. They are complicit in the crime, and the blood is on their hands. So with that said, let's not be eager for a quick and fast resolution. It has been like this for so long. We have no choice now but to fight. And we will fight the good fight. I personally am willing to lose this form, my physical body, and never submit to a savage empire. Even if I have to fight until the last breath, it doesn't matter.
Musa, I want to thank you. I know it's not easy every time you have to use all this energy to explain to people where you're coming from, when it should need an explanation. And I really appreciate you spending this time with us and coming to Las Vegas and being our guest here. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
Where's the food?
dear friends, thank you so much. It's been wonderful to spend this afternoon with you, and hope to see you soon. And please do not forget to support Magenta Vida Do. Super important. Thank you very, very much.